3 eggs for breakfast. We've been told they're the ultimate protein source, right? Each egg has 6 grams, totaling 18 grams. But imagine a food on grocery shelves boasting 120 grams of protein per serving, 20 times an egg's protein, and cheaper than a carton of eggs. Even more surprising, there are 7 other foods you've likely overlooked that outshine eggs in fighting sarcopenia, the muscle loss that robs independence after 60. These aren't rare superfoods or costly supplements, they're right in front of you. Today, I'll unveil every one of them. Welcome to Prime Health, where we uncover the truth about healthy aging that nobody else is talking about. If you're tired of the same old advice about eggs and chicken breast, you're in the right place. Let me share something that will change how you think about protein forever. We've been programmed to believe that eggs are the perfect protein source. And yes, eggs are good, but they've become so overhyped that we've ignored foods with far superior protein profiles, foods that our ancestors relied on for strength and vitality. The real tragedy is that while you're forcing yourself to eat eggs every morning, thinking you're doing the best for your muscles, you're missing out on protein sources that not only contain more protein, but also provide unique amino acid profiles that trigger muscle growth more powerfully than any egg ever could. What's even more interesting is that many of these high-protein foods are easier to digest than eggs, more affordable, and can be stored for months without refrigeration. They don't require cooking, they don't cause the cholesterol concerns that some people have with eggs, and they taste amazing when you know how to prepare them. Today, we're going on a journey through the forgotten world of super high-protein foods, foods that can deliver 30, 50, even over 100 grams of protein in a single serving, foods that make the 18 grams from 3 eggs look like child's play. Let's start with the absolute champion, the food that contains 20 times more protein than eggs by weight, nutritional yeast. Now, before you wrinkle your nose at the name, hear me out. This golden, flaky food is about to become your secret weapon against sarcopenia. And once you understand its power, you'll wonder why it's not in every senior's pantry. 100 grams of nutritional yeast contains a staggering 45 to 50 grams of complete protein. To put that in perspective, you need to eat about 8 large eggs to get the same amount of protein. But here's where it gets really interesting. The protein in nutritional yeast is already partially broken down through the fermentation process, making it incredibly easy for aging digestive systems to absorb. It's like pre-digested protein that goes straight to your muscles, bypassing many of the digestive challenges that seniors face with other protein sources. Nutritional yeast isn't the bitter brewer's yeast you might be thinking of. It has a naturally cheesy, nutty flavor that's actually delicious and surprisingly addictive. People call it nature's cheese because it adds a savory, umami taste to everything it touches.
You can sprinkle it on popcorn for a movie night treat. Stir it into soups for extra body and flavor. Mix it into mashed potatoes for a protein boost. Or even use it to make a dairy-free cheese sauce. Many people who discover nutritional yeast find themselves adding it to everything from scrambled eggs to avocado toast. But the protein is just the beginning of this nutritional powerhouse story. Nutritional yeast contains all 18 amino acids, including the 9 essential ones your body can't produce. It's particularly rich in lysine and tryptophan, amino acids that are often lacking in plant-based proteins. Lysine is crucial for calcium absorption and collagen formation, while tryptophan helps produce serotonin, improving both mood and sleep quality. This makes it a complete protein that rivals any animal source without any of the cholesterol or saturated fat concerns. Here's something that will blow your mind. Nutritional yeast contains beta-glucans, special fibers that have been shown to enhance immune function and reduce inflammation at the cellular level. These beta-glucans are the same compounds found in medicinal mushrooms, but in a more concentrated and bioavailable form. For seniors, this means not only building muscle, but also creating an environment in your body where muscles can thrive without being broken down by chronic inflammation. Think of it as both building material and protective coating for your muscles. The B vitamin content is off the charts, almost unbelievable. Most nutritional yeast is fortified with B12, providing over 1,000% of your daily needs in just 2 tablespoons. But it doesn't stop there. It's also rich in B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, and folate. B12 is crucial for muscle function, nerve health, and energy production. Many seniors are deficient in B12, which directly contributes to muscle weakness, fatigue, and even cognitive decline. The B vitamins work synergistically to convert the protein you eat into actual muscle tissue. Nutritional yeast also contains something called glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. Glutathione levels naturally decline with age, sometimes by as much as 50% by age 65, leading to increased muscle damage and slower recovery. The glutathione in nutritional yeast helps protect your muscles from oxidative stress while supporting recovery. It's like having a cellular repair crew working 24/7 to maintain your muscle tissue. You can add nutritional yeast to almost anything without cooking or any preparation whatsoever. Sprinkle it on salads for a protein-packed crunch. Blend it into smoothies where it adds creaminess without dairy. Or eat it straight from the container. Many people love the taste that much. 2 heaping tablespoons provide about 8 grams of protein, and you can easily consume much more without any digestive issues. Some people consume up to a quarter cup daily, getting 20 grams of protein from this single source alone. Our second powerhouse protein source comes from an unexpected place, pond scum. But this isn't just any algae. Spirulina is quite possibly the most concentrated source of protein on Earth, and it's been keeping people strong for centuries, from the Aztecs to modern-day Olympic athletes. By dry weight, spirulina is 60 to 70% protein. That means a single tablespoon contains about 4 grams of protein. But here's the kicker. It's the most bioavailable protein you can consume. Your body can use 95% of spirulina's protein, compared to only about 70% from eggs and even less from plant sources like beans. This bioavailability is crucial for seniors, whose digestive efficiency naturally declines with age.
What makes spirulina extraordinary for fighting sarcopenia isn't just the quantity of protein, but the quality and the additional compounds that come along for the ride. It contains something called phycocyanin, a brilliant blue pigment that's both a powerful antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory agent. Studies have shown that phycocyanin can actually increase muscle endurance by up to 20% and reduce muscle damage from daily activities. It works by protecting muscle cells from oxidative stress while improving oxygen utilization within the muscle tissue itself. Spirulina is also incredibly rich in iron, providing about 11% of your daily needs in just 1 tablespoon. But this isn't the constipating, hard-to-absorb iron found in supplements. The iron in spirulina is chelated with amino acids, making it gentle on the stomach and highly absorbable. Iron deficiency is common in seniors and directly contributes to muscle weakness and fatigue. Without adequate iron, your muscles can't produce myoglobin, the protein that stores oxygen in muscle tissue, leading to rapid fatigue and poor recovery. Here's something fascinating that researchers have recently discovered. Spirulina contains gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, a rare omega-6 fatty acid that actually reduces inflammation rather than promoting it. GLA has been shown to improve muscle recovery by up to 30% and reduce muscle stiffness that many seniors experience, especially in the morning. It works by modulating prostaglandin production, essentially turning down the inflammatory response that causes muscle soreness and stiffness. The amino acid profile of spirulina is remarkable and perfectly suited for muscle building. It's particularly high in leucine, isoleucine, and valine, the branched-chain amino acids that are crucial for muscle protein synthesis. These are the exact amino acids that decline in effectiveness as we age, and spirulina provides them in abundance, in ratios that are almost identical to human muscle tissue. This means your body doesn't have to work to convert or balance amino acids. They're ready to use immediately. NASA has studied spirulina extensively as a potential food for astronauts because it's so nutritionally dense and efficient to produce. If it's good enough to maintain muscle mass in zero gravity, imagine what it can do for you here on Earth. Astronauts lose muscle mass rapidly in space, similar to how seniors lose muscle with age. And spirulina helps prevent this loss, while taking up minimal storage space. In fact, 1 pound of spirulina provides the same amount of protein as about 35 pounds of beef.
You don't need much to get significant benefits, which makes it both practical and economical. Adding just 1 to 2 teaspoons of spirulina powder to your daily routine can provide 8 to 12 grams of highly bioavailable protein plus all these additional muscle-supporting compounds. Mix it into juice, where its mild flavor disappears. Blend it into smoothies with banana and berries, or stir it into yogurt for a protein-packed snack. The taste is mild and slightly sweet, not fishy as you might expect. Some people describe it as having a subtle green tea flavor.
Now, let me introduce you to a protein source that's been illegal for decades. Not because it was dangerous, but because it was too good and threatened other agricultural interests. Hemp hearts, the shelled seeds of the hemp plant, contain 31 grams of complete protein per 100 grams. That's more protein than beef or chicken, and it comes with none of the cooking requirements or food safety concerns. 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts provide 10 grams of protein. But this isn't ordinary protein that your body struggles to break down and utilize. Hemp protein contains all 20 amino acids, including the 9 essential ones, in proportions that are almost perfectly matched to human muscle tissue. It's like nature designed this protein specifically for building human muscle. The amino acid ratios are so ideal that some researchers call it the perfect plant protein. What sets hemp hearts apart is their unique amino acid called adestin, which makes up about 65% of the protein content. Adestin is a globular protein that's incredibly easy to digest and is used by your body to manufacture antibodies, hormones, and enzymes. For seniors, this means not just building muscle, but supporting all the systems that keep muscles healthy and functional. Adestin is so similar to the globulin in human blood plasma that it can actually be used to manufacture immunoglobulins that boost immune function. Hemp hearts have the perfect omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of 3 to 1, which scientists now recognize as ideal for human health. This balance is crucial for controlling inflammation throughout your body. Most Western diets have ratios of 20 to 1 or higher, leading to chronic inflammation that destroys muscle and accelerates aging. Hemp hearts naturally restore this balance, creating an anti-inflammatory environment where muscles can grow instead of break down. Just 3 tablespoons provide about 3 grams of omega-3 fatty acids. The magnesium content in hemp hearts is exceptional and often overlooked. Just 3 tablespoons provide 50% of your daily needs. Magnesium is essential for muscle contraction, energy production, and protein synthesis. Without adequate magnesium, your muscles simply can't use protein effectively, no matter how much you consume. It's involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, many of which are directly related to muscle function and recovery. Many seniors take magnesium supplements that cause digestive issues, but the magnesium in hemp hearts is naturally balanced with other minerals for optimal absorption. Here's something remarkable that sets hemp hearts apart from other seeds. Hemp hearts contain significant amounts of arginine, about 3 grams per 3 tablespoon serving. Arginine is an amino acid that produces nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide dilates blood vessels, improving circulation to your muscles by up to 20%. Better circulation means better nutrient delivery and waste removal, essential for muscle recovery and growth. This improved blood flow also helps reduce blood pressure and supports cardiovascular health. The texture and taste of hemp hearts make them incredibly versatile and enjoyable to eat. They have a soft, creamy texture with a mild, nutty flavor that's been compared to pine nuts or sunflower seeds. You can eat them straight from the bag as a snack. Sprinkle them on salads for added crunch. Blend them into smoothies where they add creaminess, or even make hemp milk that's richer in protein than almond or oat milk. They require 0 preparation and never go rancid like other nuts and seeds, thanks to their natural vitamin E content that acts as a preservative. Let me tell you about a grain that built the Aztec Empire.
A food so powerful, it was banned by Spanish conquistadors who feared its strength-giving properties and wanted to weaken the indigenous population. Amaranth contains 14 grams of protein per cooked cup, but that's not even the most impressive part of this ancient superfood. Amaranth is one of the few grains that provides complete protein with all essential amino acids in ideal proportions. It's particularly rich in lysine, containing twice as much as wheat or corn. Lysine is an amino acid that's usually lacking in grains, but crucial for muscle protein synthesis, calcium absorption, and the production of carnitine, which helps convert fatty acids into energy. This makes amaranth superior to quinoa, rice, or any other grain for muscle building and energy production. What makes amaranth special for seniors is its lunasin content, a bioactive peptide that's been the subject of intense research. Lunasin has been shown to reduce inflammation by up to 40%, lower cholesterol naturally, and most importantly, prevent muscle protein degradation at the cellular level. It literally protects your existing muscle while helping you build new muscle tissue by inhibiting the enzymes that break down muscle protein. Think of lunasin as a bodyguard for your muscle cells. Amaranth contains more calcium than milk, providing 12% of your daily needs per cooked cup, with about 115 milligrams of highly bioavailable calcium. This calcium is in a form that's easily absorbed without the digestive issues many seniors experience with dairy, as it's bound to proteins and fiber that enhance absorption. Calcium isn't just for bones. It's essential for muscle contraction and nerve signaling to muscles. Without adequate calcium, your muscles can experience weakness, cramps, and poor coordination. The resistant starch in amaranth is particularly beneficial, acting as a prebiotic that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. These bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, particularly butyrate, that reduce inflammation throughout your body and have been shown to preserve muscle mass. This gut-muscle connection is crucial for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Healthy gut bacteria literally help you build and maintain muscle by improving nutrient absorption and reducing systemic inflammation that breaks down muscle tissue.
Here's a handy tip to make amaranth even more enticing. You can pop it like popcorn in a dry pan. The popped amaranth makes a crunchy snack, adds texture to yogurt, or serves as a protein-packed topping for soups and salads. It's a fun, simple way to boost protein intake all day without feeling forced. 1 cup of popped amaranth offers about 5 grams of protein and can be flavored with herbs, spices, or nutritional yeast for added taste and nutrition. In Italy, they've been snacking on these for centuries, particularly in southern regions, but most Americans have never heard of them. Lupini beans contain more protein than any other legume, a shocking 40 grams of protein per cooked cup. That's more than a large chicken breast and nearly double the protein of most other beans. What makes lupini beans extraordinary isn't just the protein quantity, but the protein quality and digestibility. They contain high levels of arginine, even more than hemp hearts at about 4 grams per cup, which promotes blood flow and nutrient delivery to muscles. They also contain significant amounts of the branched-chain amino acids leucine, isoleucine, and valine that trigger muscle protein synthesis. The leucine content alone is about 3 grams per cup, enough to overcome anabolic resistance in aging muscles. Lupini beans are virtually carb-free, containing only about 10 grams of net carbs per cup, despite being a legume. This is remarkable because most beans contain 30 to 40 grams of carbs per cup. This makes them ideal for seniors who need to manage blood sugar while getting adequate protein. Stable blood sugar means less muscle breakdown from insulin spikes and crashes, and better overall metabolic health that supports muscle maintenance. The prebiotic fiber in lupini beans is unique and particularly beneficial for muscle health. It specifically feeds bacteria that produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that has been shown to preserve muscle mass and improve muscle function by reducing inflammation and improving insulin sensitivity. It's like fertilizer for the good bacteria that help you maintain muscle. Studies show that people who consume lupini beans regularly have more diverse gut microbiomes and better muscle mass retention. Here's something interesting that researchers recently discovered. Lupini beans contain compounds called congluten gamma proteins that have been shown to lower blood glucose by up to 20% and improve insulin sensitivity. Better insulin sensitivity means your muscles can absorb amino acids more effectively, leading to better muscle growth and maintenance. These proteins work similarly to diabetes medications, but without side effects, making lupini beans a functional food for metabolic health. Traditional Mediterranean preparation involves soaking lupini beans in brine, which makes them a ready-to-eat snack that requires no cooking. You can pop them out of their skins directly into your mouth, like edamame, but with 3 times the protein. They're naturally savory and satisfying with a firm texture and slightly nutty flavor. In Italy, they're sold as street food, often seasoned with herbs and lemon. A small bowl provides more protein than most meals, making them perfect for seniors who have smaller appetites but need adequate protein.
Before you skip this section, hear me out. 2 billion people worldwide eat insects regularly, and there's a good reason why. Cricket flour contains 65 grams of complete protein per 100 grams. That's more than any meat, fish, or traditional protein source, including beef jerky or protein isolates. Cricket protein is what scientists call a perfect protein because it contains all 9 essential amino acids in ideal proportions for human absorption. It's particularly high in leucine, containing more leucine per gram than whey protein isolate, about 8 grams per 100 grams of cricket flour. Remember, leucine is the master trigger for muscle protein synthesis, and seniors need at least 3 grams per meal to overcome anabolic resistance. What makes cricket flour remarkable for seniors is its vitamin B12 content, which is often overlooked in discussions about alternative proteins. Just 2 tablespoons provide over 100% of your daily B12 needs, with about 5 micrograms of highly bioavailable B12. B12 deficiency is epidemic in seniors, affecting up to 40% of people over 60, and directly causes muscle weakness, fatigue, and neurological problems that affect balance and coordination. The B12 in cricket flour is naturally bound to proteins, making it more absorbable than synthetic supplements. Cricket flour contains chitin, a type of fiber that acts as a powerful prebiotic and has been shown to reduce inflammation by modulating immune response. Studies show that chitin can reduce inflammatory markers by up to 30%. It also contains iron in a highly bioavailable form, more absorbable than the iron in spinach or red wheat. 2 tablespoons provide about 15% of your daily iron needs. Iron deficiency leads to muscle weakness, poor oxygen delivery to muscles, and slow recovery from activity. The environmental and practical benefits are worth considering, especially for environmentally conscious seniors. Cricket flour has a mild, nutty flavor that disappears when mixed into foods. Many people compare it to almond flour. You can add it to smoothies for an invisible protein boost, use it in baking to increase protein content, or even stir it into pasta sauce without anyone knowing. 2 tablespoons provide about 13 grams of protein with virtually no preparation or cooking required. It has a 2-year shelf life and doesn't require refrigeration. Here's the truth that might change your perspective. Your ancestors ate insects when available because they knew it made them stronger. Archaeological evidence shows that insects were a regular part of human diets for millions of years. We've become squeamish about one of nature's most efficient protein sources only in the last century. You don't have to eat whole crickets. The flour is processed into a fine powder that looks and acts like any other protein powder, but with superior nutrition and sustainability.
Most people know tofu, but tempeh is the real protein champion of fermented soy. 1 cup of tempeh contains 31 grams of protein, but the fermentation process makes it far superior to regular soy products for muscle health, digestibility, and nutrient absorption. The fermentation process, which uses beneficial rhizopus mold, creates probiotics that improve protein absorption and utilization by up to 40% compared to unfermented soy. These probiotics also produce vitamin K2 during fermentation, particularly the MK7 form, providing about 30 micrograms per serving. Vitamin K2 is a vitamin that directs calcium to your bones and muscles while keeping it out of your arteries. This is crucial for muscle function and cardiovascular health, especially for seniors who may have calcification issues. Tempeh contains natural antibiotic compounds that fight harmful bacteria in your gut while promoting beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. What's remarkable about tempeh is its isoflavone content, which has been misunderstood for years. While controversial in isolated supplements, the isoflavones in whole fermented tempeh have been shown to preserve muscle mass in aging adults by supporting hormone balance and reducing inflammation. Studies show that people who consume traditional fermented soy products have better muscle mass retention and bone density as they age. The texture of tempeh is firm and meaty, making it satisfying to eat in a way that tofu never is. It absorbs flavors like a sponge, taking on whatever seasonings you use while maintaining its hearty texture. You can crumble it like ground meat for tacos or pasta sauce, slice it for sandwiches or stir-fries, or cube it for kebabs or stews. It's versatile and filling in a way that eggs never are, providing both protein and satisfying texture that keeps you full for hours. While everyone's obsessed with whey protein, pumpkin seed protein powder is quietly delivering 60 grams of protein per 100 grams, along with compounds that specifically support aging muscles and address common deficiencies in seniors. Pumpkin seed protein is incredibly rich in zinc, about 8 milligrams per serving, which is essential for testosterone production, immune function, and protein synthesis. Many seniors are zinc deficient due to medications, poor absorption, or inadequate intake, which directly impairs muscle maintenance. The zinc in pumpkin seed protein is chelated with amino acids, making it highly bioavailable and gentle on the stomach. Unlike zinc supplements that can cause nausea, this protein powder contains high levels of tryptophan, about 600 milligrams per serving, which your body converts to serotonin and then melatonin. Better sleep means better muscle recovery, and the tryptophan in pumpkin seed protein naturally enhances sleep quality without sedatives. Studies show that people who consume pumpkin seed protein report 30% better sleep quality and wake up feeling more refreshed. The magnesium content is exceptional, with about 150 milligrams per serving supporting over 300 enzymatic reactions involved in muscle function. Pumpkin seed protein also contains iron, phosphorus, and manganese, all crucial for energy production in muscle cells. The iron is particularly important, providing about 20% of daily needs in a form that doesn't cause the constipation common with iron supplements. Unlike many protein powders that cause bloating and digestive discomfort, pumpkin seed protein is easy to digest and actually supports digestive health through its fiber content and anti-inflammatory compounds. It has a mild, pleasant taste that mixes well with both sweet and savory foods, making it versatile for any meal or snack. Now let's put this knowledge into action with a practical daily plan that delivers massive amounts of protein without relying on eggs while also being enjoyable and sustainable. Start your morning with a power smoothie containing 2 tablespoons of spirulina and 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts. That's 16 grams of complete protein before you've even chewed anything. Add some berries for antioxidants, a banana for potassium, and you have a muscle-protecting breakfast that takes 2 minutes to make and tastes like a treat. Mid-morning, sprinkle nutritional yeast on whatever you're eating, whether it's whole grain toast, soup, or roasted vegetables. 2 tablespoons add 8 grams of protein with B vitamins that energize your muscles for the day ahead. Many people keep a shaker of nutritional yeast on their dining table, using it like Parmesan cheese. Lunch can feature tempeh or lupini beans as the star. A tempeh sandwich with avocado and vegetables provides 31 grams of protein, while a cup of lupini beans as a side dish or salad topping adds 40 grams. Either option delivers more protein than most people get in an entire day, while also providing fiber, probiotics, and essential minerals. For an afternoon snack, try amaranth popped like popcorn with a sprinkle of nutritional yeast and herbs. This combination provides complete protein with resistant starch that feeds your beneficial gut bacteria, plus a satisfying crunch that beats any processed snack.
Dinner might include a regular meal with a strategic boost from cricket flour mixed invisibly into sauce, soup, or even meatballs, adding powerful protein that nobody will even notice. Just 2 tablespoons add 13 grams of protein plus B12 and iron. Before bed, a small serving of pumpkin seed protein mixed into warm plant milk with a touch of cinnamon provides slow-releasing amino acids that feed your muscles throughout the night, while the tryptophan helps you sleep deeply for optimal recovery.
Here's something crucial. When you combine these proteins, they work synergistically. The amino acids from spirulina complement those from hemp parts. The fermented proteins from tempeh enhance the absorption of minerals from pumpkin seeds. This is called protein complementation. But it goes beyond just completing amino acid profiles. These foods contain cofactors, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and phytonutrients that multiply the muscle-building effects of protein. For example, the vitamin C in spirulina enhances iron absorption from cricket flour. The magnesium in hemp hearts activates vitamin D from nutritional yeast. The probiotics from tempeh improve the absorption of all nutrients. It's a cascade of benefits that no single food, not even eggs, can provide. Sarcopenia accelerates after 60, and by 80, you could lose 40% of your muscle mass. But here's what nobody tells you. The rate of loss isn't fixed. With adequate protein from these superior sources, you can slow, stop, and even reverse muscle loss. These foods don't just provide more protein than eggs, they provide better protein. Protein that's easier to digest, faster to absorb, and more effective at building muscle. They come with anti-inflammatory compounds, circulation enhancers, and gut-supporting probiotics that create an environment where muscles can thrive. The variety also matters. Eating eggs every day leads to food fatigue and potential sensitivities. Rotating through these diverse protein sources ensures you get a full spectrum of amino acids and supporting nutrients, while keeping your meals interesting and enjoyable. When you start incorporating these high-protein foods, here's what you can expect. Week 1, energy levels increase as your body receives adequate amino acids for neurotransmitter production. The B vitamins from nutritional yeast and spirulina provide immediate energy boosts. Week 2, recovery from daily activities improves. You're less sore, less tired, and able to do more without exhaustion. The anti-inflammatory compounds are beginning to work. Week 3, strength improvements become noticeable. Tasks that were becoming difficult start feeling easier. Your muscles are actually beginning to rebuild. Week 4 and beyond, this is when the real transformation occurs. Muscle mass increases, metabolism improves, and you feel stronger and more capable than you have in years. People who make this shift from eggs to these diverse protein sources report not just physical improvements, but mental clarity, better mood, and improved confidence. When your muscles are strong, everything in life becomes easier. So here's where we stand. You can continue eating eggs every morning, getting your 18 grams of protein and thinking you're doing enough, or you can embrace these protein powerhouses that provide double, triple, even 20 times the protein of eggs, along with compounds that specifically fight sarcopenia. Nutritional yeast with its 50 grams of protein per 100 grams. Spirulina with its unmatched bioavailability. Hemp hearts with their perfect amino acid profile. Amaranth with its muscle-protecting peptides. Lupini beans with their 40 grams per cup. Cricket flour with its complete nutrition. Tempeh with its fermented power. Pumpkin seed protein with its mineral richness.
These aren't weird, exotic foods. They're available at health food stores online and increasingly in regular supermarkets. They're affordable when you consider the protein per dollar, and they're sustainable for long-term use. Every meal is an opportunity to flood your muscles with the protein and nutrients they need to stay strong. You don't have to give up eggs entirely, but when you discover foods with 20 times the protein and additional muscle-protecting compounds, why would you limit yourself? Your muscles are waiting for the nutrition they need to thrive. These 8 foods are your answer to sarcopenia, your path to maintaining strength and independence as you age. The question isn't whether these foods work. The science is clear.
The question is whether you're ready to move beyond eggs and embrace the full spectrum of protein possibilities. Start with just one of these foods this week. Feel the difference, then add another. Before you know it, you'll have transformed your protein intake and your muscle health in ways that eggs alone could never achieve. Thanks for joining me on Prime Health today. If this info shocked you, think about how many others need to know. Share this video with those still relying on eggs as their main protein source. Subscribe for more insights on nutrition that can revolutionize aging. Sarcopenia isn't inevitable. With these potent protein options, you can strengthen and preserve muscle at any age. The power lies in your meals.